Hi everyone. Everyone is talking about Kylian Mbappe's decision, Real Madrid or PSG, and that's why we're gonna call our friend in Paris, in France, our ESPN correspondent in the country, Julien. How are you?
Very good, and you?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. I can't understand anything of what's happening related to Kylian Mbappe. What do you have new about the striker?
Well, we know that it's imminent now that we will know maybe tomorrow, Saturday, maybe Sunday. He will announce what he does, if he stays in Paris, if he goes to Madrid. What's fascinating is that, on Friday morning, certainly in Paris, they believed that he would go to Madrid, like they've believed for a few days now. They stopped being optimistic because they thought, okay, it's all done with Real Madrid. And now you're telling me that Real Madrid think, there's something wrong here. He will stay in Paris. So even the two clubs are like, God, we don't even know what's going on. It seems that maybe there's a breakthrough with PSG, and that because they've tried everything, they literally threw the sink at him and saying, look, ask anything you want and we'll give it to you for you to stay. Maybe now PSG are slightly the favorite for him to stay, but because he's changed his mind all the time in the last year, this has been going on for a year almost, my friend. A year, Rodrigo. That you can't tell, you don't know until he actually says the words staying or leaving.
Yeah, I do agree with you because, when I talk to my sources at Real Madrid, for the past year, they were so confident on Kylian Mbappe word, that everyone expected Kylian to say, okay, I'm going to Real Madrid, so I'm not going to renew with PSG. But now, everything has changed. And since last night, when I talked the last time to my sources at Real Madrid, they said the same, like, okay, we don't know anything about either Mbappe or Mbappe's camp. So what we know is that he has to take the final choice, and we know that this weekend is gonna be like the last episode of the series. But no one really knows, and that's why, for example, Real Madrid are kind of pessimistic today with Kylian Mbappe, and they believe that he's going to renew. But who knows what will happen tomorrow? I don't know if you have lived something like this in France, with some other player, but at least here is something, it's like the first time ever that happens to anyone.
Yeah, no, it's the same. I've never this. I think this is for me the best transfer saga we've ever seen. I mean, we've had big transfer sagas where the players want to leave a club and he goes to the clash and he doesn't want to train, or he has to leave and put a request, write down a request. We've had plenty of fights between clubs and agents and all of that. But something like this, I don't think has ever happened, because he could have gone last summer and PSG closed the door, but he would have been happy to leave. He was happy to stay. Okay, no problem. Then all year, I think, like you said, Real Madrid were quite confident, said no problem. He gave us his word. Then he clearly said yes to an agreement, even very recently. And PSG just thought, okay, this is it now. Maybe it's over. Maybe we try something lasting, the biggest offer ever. I think the Emir of Qatar got involved. Everybody, Emmanuel Macron, the French president. I mean, we're talking the French president picking up the phone and said to Kylian, please stay in Ligue 1, stay in Paris a few more years. I mean, what transfer ever in football where the president of the country calls you up and says, Rodri, por favor. Like, this is never happening before. And now it's happening. And if you think that Real Madrid have tried to sign him since he was 11 and now he's 23, so it's 12 years they've tried to sign him. It's 6 years, really, that they tried to sign him. 5 years, because in 2017, when he left Monaco, they wanted him there. They thought they had him already back then. If he doesn't go now, after saying yes to them, after they thought it was his, this is the big marquee signing, the Galactico, everything will be built around him, after missing on Erling Haaland. If he doesn't go there, this has to be for Real Madrid the biggest upset that the club has ever seen.
Yeah, I do agree with that. And even my information says to me that if he doesn't come this year, I think Kylian Mbappe will close Real Madrid door forever. Let's see what happens, because there is a sentence, that I got this morning from Real Madrid that was kind of, I think that sentence gives us the real perspective of what football is now. I mean, the world of football, how it changed, because they told me this morning that, Rodri, the rules of the game have changed, because we're not only fighting against, clubs like Man City or PSG, because, they faced Haaland and they lost the war on Haaland with Man City, and they are about to lose this war against PSG with Kylian Mbappe. But the thing is that this is the first time ever for Real Madrid that a player, leads the times, like the schedules, the timing, or whatever. And it's something so strange for Real Madrid that maybe that's why they are like, okay, we're nervous, we don't know when he's going to say the final choice. And this is something different that maybe could obligate Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, even Barcelona, this kind of classic rich clubs to say, okay, rules have changed and now we have to get used to this kind of new scenario.
So you don't think, for example, let's say he extends with PSG for 2 years. You think because Florentino would be so upset and Real Madrid would be so upset that he didn't go after agreeing the contract and to go?
I think so.
In 2 years' time, if he wants to go then, they say, no, we don't want you anymore because of what happened in 2022. I mean, we know that things change very quickly in football. So even if they said, if now they said, oh, we will never sign him because of what, because he said yes and then changed his mind. The U-turn is big. But maybe in 2 years' time, they say, okay, you are the best player in the world. You can come on a free that time. You come over. Or you think this is it. It will never happen.
Now, for me, it's very difficult because, Real Madrid supporters now say that, okay, we tried to get you last summer paying almost 200 million euros. And you weren't allowed to come. We waited for you. We lost Haaland because we prioritized Mbappe. And that's why everyone is like, why have you been waiting for 1 year to say finally no to Real Madrid? When you can come to Real Madrid as a free agent. And that's why Real Madrid fans are kind of, not in anger now, but they're kind of fed up with the situation. Yeah, so that's why, I think it's going to be very difficult for Mbappe to come back, in 2 years' time or 3 years' time.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, because PSG fans, I think, had a similar reaction when we all thought he was going to go to Real Madrid, and they said, okay, you gave us 5 great years in Paris, but you leave on a free, so there's no money for the club. You leave as the best player in the world. You leave, Messi and Neymar and that team, etc., etc. And I think there was no resentment, but there will be like, disappointment, I guess, is probably the better word. Whereas now, if he stays, I mean, they're going to go obviously crazy and over the moon and etc. And it's the other side now for the Real Madrid fan who really were confident and really believe that next season he will be there with the white shirt playing with Karim the Dream as well, which would be incredible because they play so well together and they are good friends. And now those Real Madrid fans will be disappointed, and maybe I don't know what's going to happen because Real Madrid will have to do something. You can't lose Haaland and you can't lose Mbappe then and only sign Rodrigo, for example. That doesn't work. It doesn't work like this.
Yeah, close the door of the club.
Anyway, okay, bye.
Yes or no? Do you think Kylian will renew with PSG or no?
So I'm completely lost. I think like Kylian, I went through like the roller coaster. I went through, okay, he's going for sure. He's leaving because my sources at PSG maybe 3 months ago were like, no, we feel that maybe there's something there, Then his mom went to Qatar, to Doha with the little brother, and they felt, okay. And then it was all Real Madrid. And we really felt, okay, now he's going. Someone even told me that he packed his stuff in his house. He's starting to make the boxes to move out. So I was like, okay. And then nothing. Like no one heard from him, no Real Madrid, no PSG. Like we said before, PSG thought he was going to go. Real Madrid thought he's going to stay. And now I'm a bit lost. I don't know. I think the issue, Rodrigo, is that I can understand the dilemma. In Paris, he thought, okay, this is my home, this is my city. And there's still a lot of things I could do here. I could become the all-time record goal scorer, okay, which only one season I think would be enough. If I'm the captain to win the Champions League for the first time ever, this would be incredible. And I think he saw, okay, maybe I haven't completely finished my business here. But then on the other hand, this is Real Madrid are the greatest club in the world. They're the club that he's always dreamed to play for. There is Karim Benzema there. there is all the history and the heritage and the legacy. There is
the Champions League.
The Champions League, of course. And, and there's the Bernabeu. Remember, we were there when he went with PSG the day before the game for training. He walked in and he was looking like if it was Christmas. If it was like, wow, this is incredible. So I can understand why, he changed his mind all the time, why he was really torn into the two. But it got to a point where I really thought he was going to Real Madrid.
I think we're all lost. So let's see what happens this weekend. And let's see, because everything depends on Mbappe. And now he's
long to wait now.
Yeah, everyone will be waiting for his word this weekend. So let's see if finally he stays in PSG or he comes to Madrid. 50% for every club. Let's see this. So we're not going to fight again. Thank you very much, Julien.
Thank you, my friend.
See you all on ESPN.com.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.